Hello everyone, welcoming this first group discussion with the community of 3TD, presenting by Abdullah Baghi and Mr. Raymond and Mr. Victor. In this first discussion and this initiative, the goal of it to discuss about career matter, how we can utilize our career mindset, career development, leadership development, and also what is the difference of uh, career or job preference in marketplace, and also how to use AI, and more than that of performance development for any employee. Uh, we mentioned some major book and some major subject to talk about it. So depend on this today, we will see what the discussion lead us to. So today we're gonna talk about three major topic in what color of your parachute. First topic is the principle of finding a job. The new principle of finding a job, different than before, and what is the mindset of having how employer search for a candidate and how the candidate search for a job. If they are matching together, they will increase the time how finding a job fast. And later on, we'll discuss about the difference between self-discovery, how you make your self-discovery, make you get a job faster than faster. Is you are not only bachelor degree or magister, master, you are more than that. Once you understand this about yourself, you will see that finding a job is different game that you can own it, you can work in it, fun with it. Are you ready?
Yes, let's move on.
Yeah, like the Penguin TV series, he said that it's just the beginning. So let's move on. So let us start with Victor. From your experience from this book, can you tell us what is the principle of finding a job in the marketplace? How you saw it before and how you saw it now after the technology?
Well, that's really amazing. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdullah, for the opportunity to just talk about this. And I really appreciate also Mr. Raymond for making it to this webinar, and also to appreciate the fact that you're great career practitioners that I really networked with. And today I'm happy to be here just to share my insights and also my perspective on like viewing the job market in a new lens. And I think even as I dive deep into these, or rather get to like give my perspective on these, I first start by recognizing that viewing the job market through a new lens, I mean, the perspectives, or rather the procedures of looking for a job, how it was initially and how it is right now. The job market has really evolved, and I was reading a particular post by Mr. Raymond, and it was really comparing how the job market was in the second industrial revolution and right now, and getting the comparison between the two. I mean, looking at the pre-industrial revolution, the traditional economy, work was largely centered around physical, manual labor, or even specific industry skills. And this was actually limited to remote work opportunities. The typical work setting was office-based or factory-based, with very new or rather very few remote opportunities. At this point, I think even in the pre-industrial revolution, many individuals worked in long-term, full-time positions with a clear career progression within companies. But if you look at how the shift has really come in, the technology in the marketplace, this really calls for a lot of advancements, especially in terms of how we look for jobs, the criteria, or rather the steps that we take while we are looking for jobs. And I would say like right now in the fourth industrial revolution, computers and internet began to make an impact. But jobs are still largely tied to like geographic and industries like manufacturing, retail, and customer service. And I would say that in this shift, I would first like to just describe like what is the fourth industrial revolution. Now, this refers to the current era of technological change characterized by advancements in artificial intelligence, robotics, automation, data analytics, and digital connectivity. And this really shows us that the marketplace has really shifted, and it calls for everyone looking for jobs to really embrace the new perspective, embrace the change in technology, embrace the change in criteria in which they really use to apply for jobs, and not only to apply for jobs, but also to master how to thrive in these new jobs that people get. Now, the shift is actually marked by technology's deep integration into daily life, transforming how industries operate and how people work. The work environment initially was like very, very different as compared to right now. Right now, we have a lot of like roles that people do remotely, 100% remotely. We have like freelancers, we have the hybrid nature of work where one can report to the office and still work from home. But now let's look at automation by artificial intelligence. Many manual jobs, especially in sectors like manufacturing, logistics, and retail, are being replaced by machines and algorithms. For instance, if you like self-checkout machines and automated warehouses are now commonplace. The rise of tech roles, with the increase in digital transformation, there is a massive demand for tech professionals and even software developers, data scientists, cybersecurity experts, and also like AI specialists. Now, this actually calls for a shift in skills. We're now getting into whatever Mr. Abdullah was actually touching on. That the focus has moved from traditional academic qualifications to skills that are adaptable and transferable. And I really love it the way you put it, Mr. Abdullah, that it's not all about us having masters or degrees, but when you get to the job market, we need to embrace a different perspective. There is more to that. And what we are calling the more to that is the fact that we need to embrace new skills. I was looking at a survey that was saying that employers, or rather recruiters, right now really prioritize many soft skills, and especially effective communication as the #1 skills that they're looking for. Now, with automation, soft skills are as good as the tech skills, or rather the technical skills that are needed in the workplace. And I would love to say like soft skills such as creativity, critical thinking, and emotional intelligence are now just as important as technical expertise. Then also something else with a new nature, or rather the shift in the job market, is the increased gig economy. Freelancing and contract-based work, short-term projects are becoming the norm. Platforms like Upwork, platforms like Fiverr and others are transforming how people can earn and work. Now, the most important thing here is to stay adaptable. Another thing is to reskill and to upskill. With the coming in of artificial intelligence, this calls for us to really embrace new skills that are needed in the current era. Just like I said before, we're trying to get a difference between the second industrial revolution and the fourth industrial revolution. There is a change in terms of the job marketplace, and a lot of things are being like automated. So if you don't stay resilient, if you're not adaptable, if you don't learn new skills, then we will be left behind. I normally like using the famous quote that I got somewhere, that if you don't stay updated, then you will be outdated, because there's a very big shift and a rapid shift in the job market. And even job seekers need to note that in the current job market, there is more to like you just having your CV. There is more to you going for that interview. You need to have the basic and the necessary soft skills for you to thrive in the current job market. Then also there is a point where people have to embrace the hybrid roles. I mean, even after the digital transformation, COVID-19 really accelerated the digital transformation of industries, and companies that were hesitant to adopt remote technologies had to adapt quickly to survive. And then also I would love to mention something about work-life balance in this scenario, that the pandemic also brought a focus on mental health and the need for a better work-life balance. So people reevaluated their priorities and even began seeking roles that offer more flexibility, autonomy, and well-being support. Now, my summary on this, Mr. Abdullah, and even the audience that we have here, is that in the current job market, there is more to the degree that you have, there is more to the masters that you have, there is more to you graduating and coming to the job market is really a different platform where you have to stay adaptable, you have to learn new skills, you have to discover yourself, discover your passions, discover your strengths. And I believe this is something we are going to talk about when we are going to talk about self-discovery. So for you to thrive in the job market, remember the point is not only getting that job, but the point is you discovering yourself. The point is you thriving in that role. So how are you going to thrive in that role? In the fourth industrial revolution with a lot of automation, artificial intelligence, it is upon you to stay adaptable, to adopt new skills and to learn new skills, and then also to learn a lot of work culture that I believe we will also get to touch on. So that is my perspective, Ms. Abdullah, even to get to that point and talk about that. Thank you.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. You mentioned a lot in one paragraph. يعني, I need some secretary to summarize with you. طيب. Very, يعني, as you say, the technology, the skills, the transferable skills, the communication, the creativity, and how to search for a job. Let us يعني, just link it with the principle of this book, the parachute. He said that this book, he said, you first principle, he mentioned that you are the applicant, you are the يعني, you are the search for the job, not the job search for you. He said that you need to do that first. He mentioned that once you choose your target, choose the job you want, then you will search what this job for you. This is the first principle, as also you mentioned it. The second thing, and even that what you say, the wisdom that you say, if you didn't update your skills, you are outdated. The second principle mentioned is the important value of he mentioned that, call it like inventory your skills. It's like you have a warehouse, you will inventory all the warehouse, what I have, what remaining, like that. So he mentioned that in this chapter 7 for self-discovery, you need to inventory yourself. What education you have, what skills you have, what knowledge, what condition, what requirement, what values you like. This is the second principle. So as you say, depending on market and this flexibility and work-life balance, as you mentioned, and well-being. So yes, exactly. Now we have many opportunity. We need to understand ourselves, what's best for us. This is the second principle. Third principle, he said that you need to answer 3 more important questions: what, where, how. What is your skills, transferable skills, as you mentioned, communication, creativity, problem solving, and where do you want to use these skills? Where do you want to use? Sometimes you have, for example, analytical or supervision, but you are supervision for tools, machine, or you are supervision for people, or you are supervision for data. Where do you want to use it? In HR, on marketing, on engineer sector, car sector, vehicle sector? Where do you want to use your skills? Then how you're gonna use it? What type of job? This is the third principle. Then principle number 4, he mentioned that search for what you like and what you can do. Don't search for any job. For example, a lot of people, once I be in the office, they come to me, hello, I'm searching for a job, any job. You are not security, you are not bodyguard. No, you need to be specific. What job you want? I am perfect in this skill and I want to be there. But the 5th principle, searching for a job, it's like, no, you are building a building, okay, and you want to see what building fit you. You will do the structure, skills, and you will search for the construction that he will accept you, not just only any job. This is the creative search. I remember one story. There is some nurse, she have bachelor degree in nursing, and she liked coaching, life coaching and self-discovery. She was searching for a job for happy and well-being. So what she did, she went to the hospital and she read the website that this company looking for creativity. So she saw the line for a lot of people searching for a job and waiting their turn. But what she did, she said, can I go to the manager, to the decision maker? She was confident about herself, and she say, I have proposal, I want to apply it to you. I know how to develop people, and I know how to make them happy, and I know how to train them and do coaching for them. They directly talk to her and they do like a proposal and give her a job. She did not accept the job because the salary was not high, but at least all the line that other people, other candidates, they were waiting for the list, but nobody take care. But she approved herself directly to the decision maker, and directly she have the offer. This is the first 5 principles. Anyone have idea that we can discuss about it from what I said before, and Mr. Victor?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Abdullah. This is really wonderful. I think Mr. Victor really did justice to his conversation about preparing for the future of work. And there's something that I learned about the principle you just mentioned now. The principles. Number one is avoiding the HR department, which is the example that you gave. And I've been doing that for many years now, and avoiding the HR department. And how do I do that? By engaging in networking. And last year, I think I got 3 global offers, and I didn't get anyone through HR department. I'm just saying this because I want to be practical about the principles of what color is your parachute, because I have engaged in these principles, and I can say it works 100%. Since when I read that book, I have not actually applied online. Instead, I applied to networking. So I think networking is the real deal, which is finding a way to get in contact with the decision makers, not because what the HR department does is eliminates people, and that's what it said in the book. Because the only thing is rejection. Any little mistake they find in your resume or anything that's going to disqualify you, they pick it on. So the best way to approach job search in this time is to really focus on networking, spend time with, find a way to connect with people that have access to that job, or to people that can point you to where there are job openings. Because most of the jobs that people get now, most of them are not even advertised. They don't really advertise the job because it's more of internal. Okay, maybe when it's my turn, I can talk about the way employer recruits people now. Thank you.
Yeah, I like it. You mentioned the principle number 9 and principle number 11. And yes, I was planning to say it, and you already reached that. Thank you. Just let us we talk about first 5 principles. Now we'll continue, and we mentioned that. Principle number 6, he mentioned that you need always to have prioritize. Prioritize, for example, you know what the most experience you like, the most knowledge you have, prioritize it. Not, as mentioned, don't search for any job. A lot of people, they only have one CV that for everything. No, you need to prioritize. You are a career coach, this is different CV. You are a performance manager, this is different CV. You are organization development, different CV. So prioritize your skills and knowledge and so on. As mentioned, Victor mentioned that there are a lot of opportunities online, as a Fiverr, and here in Saudi we have Khamsat, Bahar. So I can be in a job for 9 hours. After I finish, I can providing consultation and so on. So I can prioritize my skills. Not only I only search for one job, only that. No, I have this CV for this job, this CV for freelance or part-time or contract or so on, consulting. This is different. Second thing, he asked, principle number 7, seek or search for organization that you like or department that you like. For example, if you like, for example, car, you can search for BMW, Mercedes, Toyota, Hyundai, and you will see that they are searching for a different one category of mindset, how to sales and car and something like that. So you will be passionate about it. Once problem you will face, you will be admired to work with them. Honestly, I get introduced with Mr. Raymond by that the way. I was 2022. There was some conference for finding a job, and I was seeking to. I need to search for a company that for counseling, career counseling. Then I came to that. I see the CEO and the co-assistant, co-founder. I said I'm interested in this company. I am career coach. I am interested to work with you. So they searched my CV and my proposal. They accepted me. Once you know the type of sector you want to work in, you will understand all the experience in the field. That's also what I see. For example, now I work in restaurant field. I see that this company that I work, they take employees from another restaurant, another restaurant, another restaurant, another restaurant, like that. So they are seeking. They won't take from different sector because they want someone to understand the sector. They are the same sector. So if you want to search for a job, it's better to search for something that we like to work on. Then he mentioned principle number 8. A lot of big organization, you might not work on this organization, but there are a lot of opportunities, organization that have 25, 50, 100 employee and more. So much organization like that. You will find yourself accepted to work with them, not only big organization, because the big organization have complicated idea, decision making. Then he mentioned principle number 9 that yes, avoid HR because the HR mindset, eliminating any mistake, they will remove you. So go to the decision making. Even the job that I have now, I took it from training department directly because training it was different than HR. I went there. I was knowing the employee there, so he gave me, can you work this position? I say yes. Then they did not do any interview by HR. So right. Principle number 10, I don't know if you accept that or I need to see your opinion. He said that the CV is the worst thing how to search for a job. What do you think? Is the CV, Mr. Victor and Raymond? Because Raymond, you are Michelangelo in writing CV. What do you think about CV? What the different type of ways that better than CV?
Okay, thank you. I think he mentioned that CV are a lousy way of looking for jobs. Like it's a lousy way because like when you submit your CV right now, you have a lot of people, also trying to get the positions which you applied for. And sometimes your CV will get lost in the thousands of applications. Like recently I was looking at LinkedIn and the job that was posted in like maybe 10, 15 minutes ago, just a couple of minutes, you have over 200 applicants. And it was like, okay, this way of sending resume, it's lousy. It's not gonna get you what you want, and you have to find a way to pass through the application settings. Like sometimes someone did something, he applied a job on LinkedIn by sending a resume. And what he did later was that he had to look at the people or the person who posted the job and find the way to connect with that person and actually tell the person that, oh, I saw your job application and I have these skills, I have that skills, and I believe that I could be of a great addition to your company. And they started exchanging conversation. That was how he got the opportunity for interview and got the job. Why? Because they're like extra work whereby you get in touch directly with the person who posted the job rather than just waiting for them to get in contact with you. And also regarding the CV writing, most times people write CV basically for all the positions. Like you mentioned earlier on, there has to be a CV that position you for that role, for that job that you're looking for. And also CV, it's not just a document, it's like a sales document, it's like a proposal trying to like share why you're fit for the role and why you could be of great value to that organization. So when writing CV, it's not about putting all the informations like there was one time I encountered a CV that has an account number, that has different kind of information that you could ever think of, like personal deep information. And even now people still put in people still put in sorry, I have my kids here, sorry about that. And people still put in their home address in their CV, like this is my house address, which is really, really wrong. That what you need to put, a player just want to know why you're fit for the position and why do you think that they should hire you. So it's like a sales document. It's like you telling them that, oh, this is who I am and this is how I can add value to your organization. Highlighting your past accomplishments, because most times when it comes to like people adding what they did in their previous company, they just put in some job descriptions. Like it's not a job description. They want to know what accomplishment you have done, how have you been able to accomplish that job, and what was the result after that. It's like you telling them that this is what I did and this is how I got it done. Then definitely they'll be able to say, oh, definitely this is the person we need for those positions.
Thank you. Anyone want to add from what Mr. Raymond mentioned?
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Abdullah. I think I'll give my perspective about CVs. And I would say the best way to apply for a job is probably not like that defined. But talking about CVs, while applying for jobs, CVs are a good way to apply for opportunities. And just like you mentioned it before, it is very, very vital for you to ensure that while you're applying for job, I mean, gone are the days where people use generic resumes to apply for jobs. Sorry, and I think even in the current job market, while applying for different roles, this is what a lot of our career practitioners and coaches talk about. That you ought to tailor your resume towards a specific job that you're applying for. And apart from that, I mean, you have to showcase your achievements, you have to showcase your strength, you have to showcase what you have done before that shows that you are actually an ideal person that recruiters are looking for. And apart from these, just like Mr. Raymond said, especially these roles that are normally posted on LinkedIn, sometimes you can go on that page and you look at the information and you realize like there are over 200 applicants. It's just but a single role. So what really guarantees you that you will stand out of these 200 or 100 applicants? Mr. Raymond talked about a very good scenario that I think I heard someone mention somewhere, that it's always good to go and check out that person that posted that job and get in touch with them to just let them know that there is a role that you posted and I have applied for it. And it's like you're pitching yourself. You tell them, I believe that I'm a good fit to this role. It's like now you're submitting your CV in another platform and using a different channel. And so by these, actually, it shows your interest and your commitment to really get this role. And last year, I would love to say that apart from you using your CV to apply for opportunities, it is good for you to really network with industry professionals and those people that are really in the industry that you are interested to join. For instance, today, if I start engaging with industry professionals in the career space, a time will come that when probably I'm looking for an opportunity, I'll be like, I sent my CV, and Mr. Raymond, or rather Mr. Abdullah, will be like, wow, I think I know Victor Onyango. He's been engaging probably with my content and whatever he posts, especially on the platform LinkedIn, really showcases your interest for this particular field. So it's very, very important for us also to note that it's good to network. It's good to engage with our industry professionals and those people that are working in the same industry that you're interested to join. That is my perspective. Thank you.
Thanks. Great. Let us complete the principle. Principle number 11, as he mentioned, use your connection. Principle number 12, he mentioned that you need to understand the three types of interviews. There is some interview called job interview. We all know it. And interview for training. I want someone to train me how to do interview. And the most important is information interview. Information interview is the golden rule for having a job. For example, if I want to do career shift, if I want to have other information about some matter, I need to contact someone in this company or different company that I want to work in future. So I will talk to anybody that, hello, how are you? I would like to have a meeting with you from your experience to give me 15 minutes only to let me know about, for example, talent development or KPIs or anything. Normally people will like to do that, like to be the expert that give advice for other. They like to do that. So once they introduce to each other, for example, physical or online, depend on the scenario, later on they will say, oh my god, this guy that who invite me to discuss with him about this matter is very passionate about he's very passionate, he have achievement. Anytime this guy, the expert, he have any job position, vacant position, he will directly link to this guy that talk to him, directly link to them. Also, I say as an example to other, to give them this idea, we are a people, we love kindness. For example, if I went to any country, for example, Kenya, and I meet Victor, he will directly say, come, let us have a coffee, or I will show you our city, our area, and so on. If I go to Raymond, also, he will be inviting and will be welcoming to me. So we are people like to invite other. We like to help other. We like to see other happy. So once I go to someone to ask for his advice, his experience about some matter, directly he will link his mind for me. Any job he have, he will remember me. So this inventory, information interview is very powerful information. Even last year, I was having some client, she work in chemistry, but I don't understand any chemistry thing. So I said to my friend, he have a wife working in the same area, field, something in the lab. So I introduced him to each other. Can you help her to understand the field? So once she have interview, she will be great in interview. Exactly. She have the knowledge, and once she did in the interview, second interview, she have the job. So this job interview will reduce the time, and anytime you do job interview, you have mistake. No, cut the line, do the information interview. Later, you will do the job interview greatly. This is the principle number 12, very powerful principle. Principle number 13, I like it the most. Any interview we go, we need to understand and apply this 5 questions. If you can answer this 5 questions, we have the job. If we cannot understand it, we don't have the job. The first question is, why you are here? This interview, why? What you can do for us, and what type of person you are. What type of person are you going to be settled with us or not? And what you make you special from different people. And lastly, are we going to afford you? We can pay your salary or not? 5 important questions. Sometimes a lot of people, they are experts, but they don't know what to work. I want to work anything. So this first question, they did not pass. What you can do for us? They don't have the experience, so they don't pass. What type of personality you are? For example, they are aggressive people, and this environment looking for creativity, or someone this people environment looking for discipline, and this guy flexible, more flexible. So he's not fit to this culture, so he will pass. He won't pass. And what makes you special? This is the value per position, and also in the end, the salary. Sometimes he will expect more salary, so we cannot afford him. So end of the story. This is the 5 important questions. And yes, principle number 14. Now we are 18 principle. We'll finish it now. Principle number 14. He mentioned, see the timeline. Okay, we will ask you, the audience, we will ask you this question. What is the progress in your job interview? He mentioned that look for the interview. If he talk about the past, then about the current status, current station, current situation, or current experience, then the future. you are great. If you only talk about the past, you won't have the job. Let us see a different example. For example, we are in our culture, if we want to get married, okay, if I go to some family, I want to take the girl, they will ask about my past. They will see, let us ask about you. Let us ask about you. They will see my past. Am I doing well, praying very well? I am honest with my father and mother. I am good person, good boy, good, the past. If they accept the past of me, they will see, okay, now the current process, current situation. What do you work? Are you engineer or a doctor, or you have ambition, you have good car, you are loyal to your family? This is the current. If they accept it, they will say, okay, now you can go to see our daughter for this first meeting. The daughter will ask about the current situation also and the future, what we're gonna do in future, where we're gonna live. Am I able to work? You will accept to work if I have a job. How many children? How many times we travel each year, and so on. So an employer in this job career perspective, yes, if they ask for experience before, okay, you have the experience. If you have the experience now, okay, you can do our job. In the future, are we going to work with us in the future? You will stay with us, stay the salary, you will you will fix our problem, you will develop our company. So if from the past, from the current, from the future, you are doing well in the interview. If you are only the past, so they don't like you, they will say, okay, we are finished. Next candidate, like that. So let us ask you, did you see this in any interview you did it before from the audience, that they are only ask me question about the past? They did not ask me about the current, or they did not ask me about the future. Let us hear from each other. Anyone want to share us his story?
السلام عليكم.
Well,
Good evening.
Yeah, أهلا. Go ahead, Wajdan.
Yes, thank you for inviting us for this session. Regarding your question, I just want to add that I didn't have recently have any interview, but from my experience, I will to share that during last interview, I was the one who's sharing such information, starting to talk about myself, about the past, then the current situation and the future, and what I want to do or what I want to reach in the future with the company or with the role that I applied to. So sometimes the person who is attending the interview will do this from his own side, not waiting to the interviewer to ask about these questions. And also it's good that the interviewer will start to ask such questions in that level about the past and the current situation and the future. So that's from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. Exactly. I like that she was talking like an expert, what she can provide for the company. This is the first principle. You are the applicant. You search for the job company. You are the consultant that they will take the advantage from you. This is also in the second subject about the finishing this principle. We will talk about that. Thank you, Mr. Wajdan. Principle number 15, he said that I don't know this principle. I never do it. I think it's very hard. Maybe this is right. I did not do it in my life. He say, once you finish the interview, you ask for the job. Can I have this job? Can I have this job? So this make you really powerful, confident. But in my life, I did not do it. This is the principle number 5. I will ask once I finish the other principle. Principle number 16, he mentioned that, yes, this is very important, that once you finish the interview, send thank you letter, thank you email. This is very powerful tool that you know how to communicate very well, because once you send an email, organized email, dear blah blah blah, thank you for this interview, best regard, looking forward to hear from you. It's mean that you know how to communicate by email. So once you know how to communicate, you know how to communicate in the company. But if you don't only mention note it, I will come to the review. It's not good. It is how you can present yourself. This is the way you can present. This is the time you can present yourself. Principle number 17. Remember that looking for a job, it's normal to have no. It's normal. It's like sales. Sales, normally he understand that he will get reject. So don't bother. Don't surround yourself, or don't forfeit. Don't لا تستسلم. Don't give up. Don't give up. So it's normal. Number 18, and the last principle mentioned that always have different choices. For example, some people they say, okay, this company, they promise me to send the offer, and they stop. They have another opportunity, they say, no, khalas, I don't want to work, I have another offer. No, don't stop offering yourself. Don't stop, go to interviews. Don't stop, please don't stop. Why? A lot of reasons. First, maybe the company that you ask, they say we will send the offer, they won't send. Maybe that happened. Maybe they late. Maybe they will give you a bad offer. So go on, see for other opportunities. And also, once you have this offer from the first company, other company, third company, the other companies will feel jealous. Oh my God, this guy is very powerful. A lot of companies, they want him. He's very unique. He have the proposition, he have the power, he have the values. We want him. But if nobody give him any offer, okay, you want this job, take it. You don't want him, leave it. Take it or leave it. But if he's powerful, no, they will ask for him. It's like football player. They a lot of clubs, they want this guy, they want this player. He's very talented, like that. So don't stop seeking for opportunities, because this is the powerful tools for negotiation also. So yes, anyone want to discuss about all this 18 principle?
Although, thank you so much, Apela. It's been wonderful listening about this principle again. It's refreshing, and I just want to emphasize on two of the principle. Number one, I want to emphasize on the when you mentioned the informational interview, which is very key. I think sometimes when we tell people to go through informational interview, they really do not know what it is all about. Maybe they feel like it's all about just asking questions, but it's a two-way street whereby you really need to also come up with your A game. What I mean is that you need to know more about that field. It's going to be about you exchanging information, because you really need to know about that particular field you want to ask questions about, because you can't just depend on that person information without you giving back. There has to be a way of giving back. So that's where research comes in. So you have to research about the organization. You have to research about the person as well, to and for you to even get to know what the person likes. What do you think the person mentor is, and something like that, in case you can ignite that conversation and make it more powerful, so that it's not going to be a conversation that depends on that person alone, and it's because it's not going to come original. It's not going to last long, because the person feels like it is just the one talking, because they also want to learn. They are given their time to learn also. There's something that that they don't know, and that's just the truth. You can't just give them all the power, like, okay, they know everything, because that makes you a perfect candidate for them to refer you to other job opportunities, because they know that, oh, this person we are referring is also a very good candidate. So you need to come up with your A game, like getting them to know that you know about the industry, you know about the company from outside, and you know about the job you're asking for. Of course, you don't need to ask for a job from them, because that's not why you ask them for informational interview, but you need to exchange conversation that has value to them as well, to let them know that you have value to offer to them, not just them giving you all the information at hand. And also, I will talk about the thank you note, which is very powerful. I've done that many times. And the thank you is more about you emphasizing your skill, emphasizing why you are a good fit for the role, and saying thank you for giving your attention. I think that most people do not do that, and that gives you upper hand. It gives you, sometimes you don't, you need to find a way to get the interviewer's email or LinkedIn profile or something in a way you can let them know that you really enjoy the interview, and maybe you can highlight something about the interview, like some words, some key information you mentioned or the person mentioned, and why you still think that you're the best candidate for that role. I think I just want to emphasize on that too, principle. Thank you.
Thanks. Exactly. I like it. Right. Now we are going to the next subject. Let me present the screen. I hope it's clear. Yes. Now I think the screen will be, Mr. Raymond will talk about it. This is the mindset of how employer search for a job and how the candidate search for a job. Okay. Mr. Raymond, can you explain the mindset of how the candidate and how the employer search for a job? You see the screen? All of you see the screen?
Yes.
Yes. We have question. Mercy, go ahead. Ask us.
No, I don't have a question. I'm sorry for that.
Okay. Yeah. Can you, Raymond, explain to us this
Okay, fine.
hybrid?
Yes. The job seekers and the employers, they have, sometimes we have a different way of thinking, and we have different way of applying for jobs, and the employer also have a different ways of looking for people. And I think one of the key aspect of this session is to understand that understand the networking principle and how you can land a job. Number one, employer first, when they have a role open, what they do is that they look from within the organizations, like promotion of a full-time employee. Maybe we have someone in one role before that we need to promote, or maybe we have a part-time worker, like maybe we have someone that we've been working with part-time that we need to bring in for a full-time positions. It might be a contract worker, it might be a temporary worker, it might be anyone that is working with the company before. That's what they see, because they already know the person. They've seen the person's work. They know the person's portfolio. So they feel like, oh, this is the person. This is what we need to do. We need to find the person within our own organization or within outside, someone that we've seen his work. And most times, what employer do is that, what job seekers do is that they still go on and apply for resume. But I'm just talking about the way employers look for positions. That's the first thing they do. They look from within. And number two, they use proof. Proof whereby hiring on an unknown person might actually not be good for them, because they don't know the person. But if the person comes with a good proof, a proof of what he or she has done before, or what he or she can do, then definitely I think it's a good it's a good subject, and it's a good way to see that, oh, definitely this person is a good portfolio. It has a good portfolio, and this person can be of a good value to our organization. So from number one, from within that organizations, maybe part-time worker or contract worker, and number two, somebody coming with a proof of job that he or she has done before, or what he or she can do. And number three as well, they can using a best friend or a business colleague, like hiring someone whose work, a trusted friend of yours has seen before. Maybe I work in organizations and they need someone. I can refer some of them, maybe my friend or my family, someone that I know that has done the work before, or someone that I know can do the job. So this is where networking, the way networking is very good. That's why we always say keep networking. Even if you have a job today, keep networking. You don't know what will happen tomorrow. and we talk about the agency. People still use recruiter today to get them jobs, and that's sometimes if company cannot get someone with within that organization, they cannot get somebody that has brought proof of portfolios. They can't get someone that has the connection to bring in something new. What do? They engage recruiter. We have recruiting company, we have executive search company to get them someone that they know and someone that they have trust to to give them the perfect candidate for that role. And if that work out fine, what do? They advertise the role. That's where you see that role on LinkedIn or some job search or job search websites or some job boards whereby they post the role. Imagine now the advertising of that company of that role comes at the 1, 2, 3, 4, like the fifth stage. Like the fifth stage. Imagine you've actually passed the internal hiring, which is from within that organization, and the proof of portfolio, the connections, the agency. Now they are advertising. Imagine if you're just seeing a role online, that means that role has passed through internal hiring, proof of portfolio, connections, and agency. That means somebody will have gotten that job before you even apply for the job, and that's the truth. Maybe somebody's already interviewing. That's why they say most of the jobs that people get, they are not advertised. Why? Because before they advertised those jobs, somebody else has taken that job through this process of hiring in our organizations. Then after that, if that does not work out, then what do? They request CV. Send CV, and people start sending CV. I'm sure you've seen some of the job ads that people post on LinkedIn. They say, okay, this position is open, send your CV to this email. And people start saying, oh, I'll send my CV to this email. People start rushing to send CV to that email. Look at the process now. Number one, they look for people internal or people with work that they've seen before. Then people who can come in with proof of work they have done, portfolios. And now networking, which is like someone that has that can refer someone to that organization. I think that's where the informational interview we mentioned earlier on comes in. And now agency, which is like recruiter, like, okay, let's engage executive search and company, let's engage recruiting company to give us the perfect candidate for this role. Then we start, if that does not work, then advertising, then they start requesting for resume. This is how employers search for positions, and it's still works today. This is what they do. So imagine what we job seeker does. What we do is that we start with sending resume, which is the wrong way, for them. So it's like we are thinking in different ways. They are thinking somehow, and we are thinking the other way. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, exactly. This, I believe, it's very, very proof. Once you do it, you will have the job faster. A lot of opportunities, they search from down and the company search from above. Once they understand the language of the employer, they will see a lot of opportunities. Exactly. Anyone try to do this way from starting from above and he get advantage and he get the job? He want to share it to us?
Well, I think this diagram really gives a clear picture. It's like a hierarchy of how employers typically search for candidates. It's like arranged in order of preference or the likelihood of success. I think starting from the top point, internal hiring, I would give an example that recently my HR manager sent a job advert. That was internally in the work email. And normally the norm or the culture is that the links or rather the job adverts are sent first to the people internally. And I think employers first look within the organization for potential candidates. This means employers already in the company often have the advantage due to familiarity with the company's culture, their proven track record, and even lower onboarding costs. So the tip here for job seekers is that if you're already employed, you can choose to explore internal opportunities. For external candidates, can consider internships or temporary roles to enter organizations that interest them. Now, coming down to proof, or rather the portfolio, employers, I think they value tangible evidence of your skills and accomplishments, such as work samples or projects that you've done before, certifications, or even your personal portfolio. And I think this demonstrates your capability and reduces the risk that is associated with hiring. I think Mr. Raymond really captured that very, very well. Another tip here is building a strong portfolio that showcases your work and highlights your expertise. Coming down to connections, I feel networking really plays a significant role in the hiring process, in that employers often prefer candidates referred by trusted colleagues or associates. For instance, today, if I'm a manager and I'm looking to hire someone, if I have a colleague who works in a different industry and probably they refer someone to me, I would choose to trust in that, because that is someone probably I've worked with and they're referring someone to me. And I will even choose to pick this person because it's a referral from someone that I really know very well. And the tip here is that I think even job seekers ought to leverage LinkedIn, attend networking events, and maintain professional relationships just to increase their chances of being referred. Down to recruitment agencies and headhunters, they help employers to just find suitable candidates. While less common than internal hiring or networking, it is an important avenue for job seekers. So you can choose to partner with reputable recruitment agencies and specialize in your field, so that you cannot you can always avoid missing out on very good opportunities. And then now coming down the hierarchy to advertising, employers sometimes advertise job opportunities on job boards, social media, company websites. However, these roles often attract a high volume of applicants. This can actually make it hard for someone to stand out. I think now my advice, or rather the tip that I would give here, is to just tailor your application to the job description, include the keywords to just make it past the applicant tracking system. That is, I think, something that really most companies or recruiters are used nowadays. And then to the last stage, which is the CV stage, and it's very amazing to see the CV at the bottom line. And while still essential, a CV is the least likely way for employers to probably find candidates compared to the above methods, according to whatever Mr. Abdullah is actually displaying right now. So it's often just a starting point to screen applicants. And the tip here is still just create a well-crafted resume that highlights your achievements and aligns with the job description. So that is my perspective regarding what you just displayed, Mr. Abdullah. Back to you.
Thank you. Exactly. You make it step by step. Just now, just to make it a proof, I will share my stories about that. I remember last 2 years, I think, 2000 to 23. I know some candidates. She was searching for a job, and I tried to help her. I was searching for LinkedIn HR, and by filter HR, then by Jeddah, then by connection, first connection, so I can't send to them. I sent more than 17 HR Jeddah. Hello, how are you? I am having you as a first connection. I am career coach and helping other to have a job. I have candidate. She have a bachelor degree in computer science. She look for a job in data analysis and IT or something like that. Do you have any job? A lot of people, middle of them, they did not answer, and some of them they answer, send the CV. We don't have the position now. We have it later. And someone say, I know I have a sales position. Could you have any sales? And so on. One of the candidate, one of these people, HR, one of them, she say, give me the CV. And after a week, they did the interview. And after 2 weeks, she get hired 1st of August 2023. This is one story. Another story also, I went to this HR conference, and I see a lot of people. I tell them this is what they call it, elevator beach. So I say I am career coach. I help other. I would develop other to have a job and faster. Do you have any vacancy? He say no. Yes, I have some position. Can you help me on that? I say okay. I will send you an CV. And later on also he get hired. Last year, month of June, subhanallah, one employee, he have a job for 1 week. 1 week probation period. They don't like him, and they say, "Khalas, we don't want you." In Tuesday, and in Monday, one of HR that I was planning to have her as a client for me. So she say, "Can you have anyone working in facility and event management or marketing?" I say, "Yes, I have two, one in Jazan and one in Jeddah, but the other one is not Saudi." So I say, "Okay." In Tuesday, she did the interview with the first one in Jazan. She did not like him, and she did the other interview. Tuesday, she talked to the other guy. She said, "I would like to have an interview with you tomorrow." That guy, that not in Tuesday, the company, first company, they say, "Khalas, we won't, you won't complete with us." He was very mad, very sad. He was willing to visit me. "I'm sorry, I'm very absent, I'm very anger. I need to leave. I'm afraid," like that. So in the same day, this company asked him to have the interview. He did not reply the phone because he was in the work, but she sent to him WhatsApp because she know me, this lady in HR. So she gave him a chance. He did the interview in next day, Wednesday. Imagine that he came directly on 9 o'clock and she did not come on time because her driving, her wheel in the car, she have missed a problem in the wheel or tire. Then she came, did the interview. In the same day, she sent the job offer. In the same day. Even he don't have very much experience in facility or event management. He only have marketing or sales. Why I say this story? Exactly. His CV was normal, nothing very powerful, but the connection shortcut the way of having a job. This is one. And second, you have, like they say, you have back to help you, not only you. And we need to understand that sometimes we do a lot of effort, but we need to pray. We get help. This, for example, you do very well with other, they will pray for you, and you will get a lot of opportunities. If you are bad with other, they pray for you, but badly, you will get bad. So this is like they say, what you give, what you take. As Mr. Raymond said in the information interview, just don't be only taking. No, take and give. In this life, once we say that build connection, don't think building connection is just to take from them. No, give and take. This is very important. Don't be like a parasite, only have connection to use them, but they never use you. No, you need to have powerful connection, and you can give them advice, give them benefit, and they will return back to you. This is important mindset for candidate and employer. Lastly, we have our third subject and final is the self-discovery. The self-discovery, he mentioned that we don't have only our skills or experience and knowledge. He say no, we have 7 categories to discover ourselves. Once you discover yourself, this is as he mentioned also the flower, also the inventory, self-inventory. He said the 7th thing. First, what is your interest or knowledge? Do you like coaching? Do you like career? Do you like knowledge? Do you like personal finance? Do you like engineer? Do you like, what is your bachelor? Scientist, psychology, education, pharmacy, engineer, medical. What is your knowledge? Anything you are interested and have knowledge on. Don't just, I am bachelor degree in history. Class, and game over, no job. No, what you like to do? You like to read about it. You like to see. You like to listen. This is the first one. What in your mind? Second thing, what type of people I prefer to work with, or the other opposite, what kind of person am I? I am detail oriented. Am I focused to result oriented, or I like talking too much? What type of me? The third thing is, what is my skills that I have? For example, I like coaching, I like consultation, I like analytical, I like sitting with each other, someone one-to-one, and help him to have better life. My interest in career coaching or career perspective, and also personal finance. So I can use my skills in personal finance, my skills in analytical, in coaching, in consulting, in personal finance, or I can use it in career perspective, or life coaching, life development, personal development, and so on. So this is the mindset. Not just, okay, oh my God, I am only HR bachelor degree. I can only be career coach. No, I can do a lot of things, but what I present to the market depend on what I want, depend on my priority, principle number 4. This is the third thing. So our skills, we can utilize it in different area. For example, organizing, communication, negotiation. We can use it in HR, in recruitment, in sales, in marketing. We can use it, the same skills, different jobs. So this is good mindset. You are not only your bachelor. Number 4 is the working condition. For example, lady, she want to work from home. She's married. She want to work from home. Only that. خلاص. She accept that. Another one, she want to be independent. Okay, she want to be work. She have a car. She want to work as she want. No issue. Another one, say I don't want only to work in office. I want to have office. I have a car. I travel like a consultant, go and back like that. Okay, he want to go. I don't know what they call it, field. Someone, he said that no, I like to be in very far, like this when you do for fuel or neft, very far area. Okay, someone like military, depend on the condition. Then number 5 is your favorite salary and level of responsibility. Some people, they call it individual contributor. They don't want to be supervisor. They only want to be individual contributor, as a designer, as an internal designer, as a SEO specialist, like that. Some of them, yeah, they want to be team leader. Some of them, they want to be section head or manager, director, vice director, or senior director, or VP, CEO, business owner. Depend on the responsibility and depend on the salary. This is number 5. Number 5, my favorite place to live, to work. For example, here in Saudi, we have Jeddah. Most of common people, Jeddah, Riyadh, Dammam. Most of the job in the capital, Riyadh. Some people of them, they say, no, we cannot go Riyadh because I will take care of my mother and father, so I cannot go there. Okay, this is his condition. Another one say to me, I have a lot of opportunity in Riyadh, but my wife working in Jeddah in government company, a government entity. So, okay, khalas, I accept that. I will stay in Jeddah. He have a lot of opportunity in Riyadh, but he stay for his wife, for schooling, education, family matter. So the location, it's depend on your situation. Even that, I know a lot of people, they might be working in a different city. Once they retire, they come back to their own city. This is really matter. I was working in Jeddah. I live in Jeddah. I work in Jeddah. Then I transfer to Riyadh. I don't like it. I come back to Jeddah. I like sea. Lastly, my goal, my purpose, my mission in life. I like empowering tomorrow leader. I don't want to work as an accountant. I want to work something that I see in other people. So I choose to be as a trainer, as a coach, and so on. This is the mix. If you understand this mix, you will have a lot of opportunities in your future. You can add on the AI, the ChatGPT, and so on, so you can utilize your skills, but as you want. I would like to add more than, as Mr. Victor mentioned before. He said before the generation of صناعة, Industrial, they was searching for people they understand the machine. After this generation, they say that anyone use the PC computer, he will be powerful. This generation, it's about empathy. The people can understand human, because now a lot of things are computerized, computer, AI, a lot of things. But as you see, maybe a lot of you see that some people in LinkedIn or replying on LinkedIn or content writing, they use AI, they use ChatGPT to have their content. There is no humanize. So this generation need to humanize. Okay, we can utilize the AI, ChatGPT technology, but the sense of humanize. That's why in the CV writing, in the connection, human to human, people will understand and will like to work with someone they understand, they know, humanize. But if only dealing with machine, it will be bad, because we need to have human sense to human sense. That's why also, if you see, for example, Bill Gates, the subscription or his website, LinkedIn or something, you will see the follower more than Microsoft. If you will see Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, more than Apple. If you see Elon Musk, flowers more than Tesla or X, because human to human. But if I only follow the company, no humanization, it will be bad. Even if you want to go another company, you will see, oh, this manager, very good manager, I would like to work with him. Not only I would like to work with this company, no, the manager, human to human. So this is the seventh thing, that if we understand that self-discovery, we have a lot of opportunity of job, not just only our bachelor. That no, we can have a lot of opportunity if we self-discovery as well. Alhamdulillah, now we finish our 3 subjects. We finish discussion about the book. Let us hear from you any idea about this flower self-discovery.
Thank you so much, Abdullah, for this is very comprehensive. I don't really have much thing to say about it, because you've actually said a lot of things and you've said much. I think self-discovery is the first stage for job search, especially for new job seekers, maybe young graduates. Self-discovery is the first stage, because most times people are always looking for, oh, what jobs is in the market, what job is available. People just come to ask you, okay, I need a job. Okay, what job do you want? But when you go through a self-assessment, self-discovery, then you tend to know what jobs you want and what place you want to work, and a lot of information like that. But first, going through a self-assessment process, and that's all. And you mentioned that you don't like Riyadh. I remember that I met you in Riyadh, during the what's the events? I think it's a job. I forgot. I forgot at Hilton.
Yeah, job career. Yeah.
Yeah, yes. So I'm just concerned. I'm just like, somehow when you say you don't like Riyadh, for me, I love Riyadh.
Anyone want to add his idea, his thought about the book, about the discussion before?
Hello, Coach Abdullah. I just want to add that these 7 points are very important, and they are helpful for self-discovery and to know where you want to go, which kind of work you want, or which kind of job you want, and what is the impact that you want to do. What's the impact you want to leave during your work? At the same time, regarding there was discussion about 1 point, which is related to CVs and how CVs are important. I believe that yes, CVs are important. At the same time, personal brand in LinkedIn and how you communicate through LinkedIn will give a lot about your personality and your attitude. So these 2 points that I want to add, and thank you for such discussion, which is very valuable. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, also you give also a very important insight that what you reply on LinkedIn or what you post or what you communicate, yes, it's very valid, because once they see your valid, important, great in LinkedIn, they will ask for your LinkedIn, not the opposite. They will see the CV, then your LinkedIn. No, exactly. Very valid point. Thank you for that, sharing that.
Okay.
Amazing, amazing. So I think, Mr. Abdullah, I would add a few things. These are very good breakdown of the flower components. But about self-discovery, it's very, very important, because for you to excel in your career, you must understand who you are and what you bring to the table. And why are we talking about self-discovery? It really helps you align your career with your passions and your strengths. And then also it boosts your confidence, as you'll know exactly what value you offer. Maybe just to highlight very quickly 3 steps that one can take just to discover themselves. I remember this is something that I've done before, using personality assessments. So tools like, I think the Myers-Briggs is a very good one for you to assess yourself, so that you can know the type of a person you are, your personality. For instance, if you're a natural problem solver, taking up project roles, project management, or even consulting might be a very good fit, because you're a natural problem solver. And then number 2, you can also reflect on your achievements. For instance, if you have worked on projects or tasks before and that you've really enjoyed and excelled at, you might consider doing the same again. For instance, if you loved organizing events back then in campus, maybe a career in event management is worth exploring, because it's something you love doing and you're really passionate about. And then also number 3, you might choose to like seek feedback from your friends, from your mentors, colleagues, about yourself, and they will offer you, let them offer you honest opinions on the type of a person you are. Because maybe if someone tells you that you have a knack for public speaking, that insight can really encourage you to explore career coaching, or to explore public speaking lessons, or be someone who really motivates people through public speaking. And then also you can choose to like just engage, take a moment and reflect on yourself, do a lot to just know about yourself, take some quiet time to discover yourself, discover your strengths, and it will be very, very invaluable in terms of helping you navigate your career. And I believe it's something that every one of us should really do to help navigate career. That is my perspective on that. Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes, exactly. As you say, and as Wajda mentioned, that if you know yourself, you will know what suitable job for you, and you know your impact and what value you are presenting by being confident. Exactly. Okay, now we are finished. Thank you for all of you. I just will stop the record and discuss for the next book. Let me just close the record.